Day. It is episode number 6, season 4. This thing went by so quick, and we're at the place where it all started in Dallas, Texas, in my home studio. Grandpa Gray's somewhere over here doing something, but yeah, we are rocking and rolling. Before we get into today's episode, can we just welcome back everybody? Can I get a welcome back? Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for the gifts. It's hard to be the number one host on the platform and also tell y'all thank y'all for all the gifts and answer all y'all's questions and acknowledge all of y'all coming in. But just know I couldn't do it without y'all. So I'm going to be giving y'all some sign language during the show while y'all are sending some gifts. But my admins, the people in red, they're going to be answering all of your questions and they're going to let y'all know exactly what to be doing while the show is going on. Before we get into the show, we are just got a couple of shout outs. Speaking of gifts, we got to shout out the top gifters from our last episode. So again, at the number 1 spot, we got Reddington making it 2 weeks in a row. He was actually on the show and still had time to make it on the official Rate the Date name tag. So big shout out to Reddington. Somebody who also was on the show, Lucifer, who got chosen, was at the number 2 spot. Always my favorite, Ellie Marie, a part of the family, a part of the stream team, making it at the number 3 spot. We got JJ at the number 4 spot. And then we got Latin Spice, who's going to be our bachelorette today at the number 5 spot. So can I get a big round of applause for all of our lovely top gifters from our last episode? Always making it happen. I appreciate you guys. And you see the Rate the Date official name tag. You guys have time to make it on there. Reddington is going to be on this Rate the Date official name tag. But midway into the stream, the top gifter is going to make the official Rate the Date name tag. I got the pin ready to rock and roll. So I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Reddington. So on today's episode, we have an amazing bachelorette. She goes by the name Latin Spice. You guys want to get to know her? Let's see what Latin Spice is about. Latin Spice, please request the box. And we got 3 awesome contestants that is going to be joining us today. Latin Spice, there she goes. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Latin Spice, how we doing?
I'm good, and you? Wow, that's the music.
Latin Spice, I love it. You got the red you got the blue going. I got the red. We're making it happen with these colors today, aren't we?
We are. Great combination.
I love it. I love it. We're definitely both bringing that Latin Spice to today's episode. But enough about that. Latin Spice, let me just let the audience get to know you a little bit. I got these random facts about you, and let me know if this is true. I have owned 3 businesses under the age of 40. So quite the entrepreneur you are. Tell us a little bit about your business endeavors.
Yes, I've owned 3 companies. I've actually started opening my businesses when I was 20. I've owned a eco-friendly cleaning company. I've started that business when I was 21. I've opened it, I ran it, and I sold it. I also have a real estate company, and I have a business consulting company.
Wow. So yes. Quite the entrepreneur you are, who believes in gender roles. This woman is making it happen. I love her because she got her own. And the word Neo. It says also here, I'm turning 39 on Friday, FYI, and that's going to be tomorrow. So happy early birthday to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm excited. I am really looking forward to turning 39, almost 40. Actually, I can't wait to be 40, believe it or not. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, you look young, you look youthful, and you got the energy to prove it also. And hopefully this could be your early birthday present, finding you a match on today's episode. But speaking on somebody who didn't find a match with you, it says, I turned down Michael Jordan himself. Tell us what that experience was like.
Oh, wow. I was actually at a nightclub. I got in a table right next to him. I didn't realize that it was him. he came up to me and he asked me to come sit next to him. And I actually ended up hanging out with him the whole night. At the end of the night, he asked me to come home with him. I nicely refused, and I ended up getting a picture with him. I sent you the picture. You have the picture. And as soon as I said no, he had a whole bunch of groupies going home with them.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. Yeah, I'm looking for the picture right here. She has a picture to prove it. She looks a little bit different. This is a different stylized. Let me see if I can pull it. I'll pull it back up in the middle.
I had red hair.
Yeah, I'll pull it up for you guys. Hold on. Maybe I'll be able to show you guys right here. Man, we're scrolling up. It's going. Yep, right here. Boom. This is the lovely Latin Spice and Michael Jordan himself. And unfortunately, Michael Jordan wasn't able to take Latin Spice home. It's somewhere there. I'm seeing the Jordan crybaby memes all over the place, all over again, but it's okay. It brings you here today. And they some people call me the Michael Jordan of host, but enough about me. All right, Latin Spice, you got 3 wonderful contestants. So would you like to find out who your contestants are?
Yes, I would. I'm already getting hot and excited. So let's get this started.
Well, hot and excited is definitely what we're giving off today on today's episode. So if we could have Esco join the chat, if we could have Mert, and then we have the lovely Adriel. I'm going to say it with that Latin accent, and you guys are going to see why. If we could have you guys request the box, and she wasn't able to see who our contestants were, and the reason why is because tricky little Dorian, I always block the story that shows the contestants. So FYI, you know, I can't reveal all the secrets. So we have the lovely Mert, Fit by Mert is what he goes by.
What up, guys?
What's up?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are doing fantastic. We got the lovely Adriel. We're just waiting on Esco, the lovely Esco. Adriel, how we doing today?
Hey, Adriel.
How
are you?
What's going on, man?
How's it going? How's it going? And then we got the lovely Esco. Esco, how's it going?
Hey, what's up? What's going
How are
on?
you?
And I don't know if you people can tell, it might be getting a little bit hot in the chat today. People might be a little envious of your picks today. All these guys, I don't know if this is certain, but they could all be personal trainers. These guys are all fit and in shape. This is definitely the fittest.
We're not playing around here, right?
I mean, you picked up a whole bunch of.
We're not playing around here.
Nobody's playing any games. Nobody's playing any game. All right, so let's get to know these lovely contestants a little bit. So let's start off with Mert. He was the first one in the box. Mert, how we doing today?
I'm feeling good, man. First time here, and I already enjoyed it.
All right, well, that is wonderful. Well, it says here, I love pizza. So the man loves a slice of pizza.
Yep.
So they'll give you a little bit of examples on what type of dates he might be taking you on. It says also here, he kept it short and sweet. I hate insects. What type of insects are we talking? Just any?
Bro,
any
everything.
Yeah.
Like, I hate any insect. Like, I rather fight the snake than an insect.
So there might be some pest control being called if Latin Spice is also scared of a little spider or two. And it says here, I love my long walks. So yeah,
yep, I go like every day, you know, outside to the forest, walk, have my, you know, AirPods on, listening to music and getting in my zone, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, hopefully on today's episode, you won't have to walk the lonely road anymore. All right, moving it right along over to the lovely Adriel. Adriel, it says here, I've traveled to a few states. What states have you been to?
So I've been to Tennessee, I've been to Georgia, South Carolina, and Chicago.
So work your way from the Midwest right on up. Lovely. Also some very lovely states that I've been to. And next it says here, I love the gym. When did you first start going to the gym?
Man, when I was 25, I'm 35 now, so that's 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, it definitely shows. These guys are putting me to shame. I do a workout stream or two, but definitely have some catching up to do. And then it says here, I love fishing.
Oh yeah, Fishing. That's my hobby. That's my getaways. People that know me here, they know that on the weekends either I'm at the beach or I'm in the Keys fishing. So yeah.
Well, speaking of fishing, this is plenty of fish, but hopefully you can reel in the catch of the day on today's episode. And then moving right along, we got the lovely Esco. Esco, how we doing today?
I'm doing good. How y'all feeling?
We're doing fantastic. Esco gave us a little bit more in depth about himself. He says, "I was in the Navy. Thank you for your service, sir. How was that experience?"
It was an experience. I got to travel, explore the world, get to see new things, see how people live, things like that. So, taught organization, discipline, stuff like that. So.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
And it says here, I'm a pro bodybuilder and a personal trainer.
Yeah, professional bodybuilder, IFBB Pro. A lot of people that's familiar with it. Men's physique category. I've been doing that since 2018. So this is my second pro show I'll be having next year.
That is wonderful. But not only, is the man in the gym giving off some testosterone, he also knows how to get things very nifty in the kitchen. He's a bit of a chef. How long have you been cooking?
Like all my life, my dad, that's how he met my stepmom. They met each other in the kitchen. So it's always been like that, like just growing up and everything, just in the kitchen, just cooking all the time. So
in the genetics it is. All right. So those are the guys. Those are the beginning intros, but Latin Spice, I had you come up with some questions for us. You got those questions ready on hand?
I do. I'm going to try to follow the questions that I have, but some of them might just come.
Yeah, it's just going to come naturally. Okay. Yeah, that's what and how about we do this? We'll have them in order that they came in here with. So we'll have Merck be contestant number 1. We'll have Adriel be contestant number 2. And we'll have Esco be contestant number 3. So without further ado, let's start the show. What question do you have lined up for the lovely Merck?
Okay. Merck, my question is, what do you this is such a hard word for me to pronounce, right? What do you prioritize more, your relationship or your career?
So what
I would
prioritize. Teach me some English, please.
I'm honest with you. First, I would do my career. When I see if it's 100% the right person and I see a future with that person, I would try to get her in with my career and start to build a career together, for example, I don't know, you have a good skill in marketing. I try to, do something with you in this area that we have the same time, the same time for work, and we have the same goals. And I think that's pretty good, sharing the same interests,
Yeah, that's definitely a good answer, Mert. And I like the way you saw how he brought it back and kind of played it back to you. He's like, hey, you got a couple of skills. How do we make this work for both of us? It's like, create that foundation and let's grow together. Sometimes
and by the way, don't forget, guys, I'm not a native speaker. I'm from Germany. So when I have some fucked up sentences, don't mind me.
We got a lot of accents going on today's
episode. I couldn't even pronounce the main word, so you're fine.
It's okay. I'm very fluent in the English language as long as I haven't had a couple of tequila shots. But let's not talk about that. Moving it right along to lovely contestant number 2, we got the lovely Adriel. What question do you have lined up for contestant number 2?
What word of advice could you give your younger self?
I will say put myself first.
Okay, so sometimes even me, sometimes I worry about other people rather than myself. It starts at the home, and then and that means that we can help other people out. I could definitely relate to that. Anybody else in the chat?
Are you still like that right now? Do you still put others first?
Recently, I haven't put myself first, but it's something that I'm trying to work on that right now.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. It's okay to say I'm a work in progress. None of us are perfect, eh? Moving it right along over to the lovely Esco, who's contestant number 3. What do you have lined up for contestant number 3?
Sorry, excuse my dog. Will you say you're a jealous person or not?
I would say I'm a jealous person depending on what it is. Like when it comes to things that I love or things that I care about, I could say I could be like possessive, maybe like over. I ain't gonna really say over like caring or anything, but I would say like if let's say if you had like a perfume, right? Let's say you wore a perfume, but you got that perfume for me and you was wearing it somewhere else, I would probably feel some type of way about it. I'd probably be mad about it.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, he's
That's
giving you it.
specific.
Yeah.
He's showing you the Carfax, and we definitely appreciate the Carfax.
Yeah, so like if I buy you a perfume and if I buy you a perfume, I like the way the perfume smell, and it's like, and I smell it, and I'm like, who you wearing? You know, so I will get jealous about that. Yeah, definitely.
So she has to wear with you and only you.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's not jealous.
So,
He's not jealous enough to try to win you over in this type of competition. So that tells you a little bit about him. All right, moving it back over to Mert. What question do you have lined up for contestant number 1?
Okay. What makes you unique, Mert?
Me?
Yes, you.
I would say that for the age, like I'm 26, I experience a lot of like good and bad things in life. And I feel like, you know, like, I don't know, I would say for the age, I'm like pretty mature, you know, like I did some stuff what some people didn't do since they're like 40 or 46 or 50, you know, because like, yeah, I never had an easy life and I learned a lot from them, you know, like I learned a lot, especially the last 5 years.
Well, that's definitely unique. And Mert, you look like multiple like family members of mine. It's like you're the German version of me. It's crazy. All right, moving it right along over to the lovely Adriel. What question do you have lined up for contestant number 2?
Do you have any boundaries? And can you kind of tell us what they are?
Boundaries. Do I have any boundaries? I need you to elaborate a little bit on boundaries.
Like let's say something that you can't stand, like hey, I can't have you do this. You can't have you too messy. I can't have you disrespect our waiter. Things that you can't allow in a relationship.
Things that you don't allow. Right. That would be more of a deal breaker that you don't want.
All right. So a messy person, lazy, a messy person for sure. I'm very neat and clean. I do everything in my house. I clean the floor. I do my laundry. I do the dishes. So I'm very neat. So that'll be a deal breaker for me. If you're messy and lazy.
Okay, to prove that point, Latin Spice, take us over to your bathroom and let's see how. No, I'm just joking. Right along.
I would gladly, because my bathroom, my kitchen, my whole house is clean. I mean, there's some toys. I have a son, so there's some toys that are here and there. I mean, anybody that has kids will relate to that. But
yeah, I'll take your word for it. All right, moving it right along over to the lovely Esco, contestant number 3. What question do you have lined up for him?
What's the one thing that you can't live without?
Ooh, one thing I can't live without. Going back to what you right now, material or people wise. Like, are we talking about like material things?
Either or.
Either one.
I would say I couldn't live without my kids, man. That's like my peace. That's like my love. That's like my joy. That's everything to me. So.
And how many kids do you have, Esco? You said kids.
Yeah, I got 2 sons. I got 2 boys. Yeah. So, and just watching them grow is everything. So I won't want to like miss out on that, you know, or lose that. You know, it's really like fun and inspiring. You know, it makes you want to be a better person.
That is beautiful, wonderful answer, and at least y'all could bond over parenthood itself. Okay, moving it back over to Mert for his third question of the first round. But before we get into that, I got to tell the people what we are watching. This is Rate the Date, the #1 dating show on the platform. We got the lovely and beautiful Latin Spice on today's episode, and we got these 3 contestants that are in shape and, you know, making me needing to hit the gym and try to catch up over here. We are in round #1. Everybody's going to get 2 more questions apiece, and then unfortunately somebody has to get eliminated. I know that sucks. That's a but it's okay. Even the eliminated contestants will bring them back on the show, and they don't call me Dory. Anybody can get a date for no reason. After that, we go into round number 2. We'll double up the questions, and then she'll make her pick. Her and that person will get to know each other off of the platform, the book of face, the snap of all chats, the gram of all instas, whatever the kids are calling it these days. And then they tune back in next Thursday at 6 p.m. and they give us a bit of an update. Speaking of updates, we had on our last episode, who do we have over here? It was Red Queen and Lucifer. You guys will be getting an update from them at the end of the episode. So back over to you, Latin Spice. I think the question was back on Fit by Mert. What question do you have lined up for him?
What are you passionate about?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, there's so many things, but first I would say I'm passionate about I would say, okay, yeah, the first priority is I'm passionate about to like have a strict routine every day and to get that routine, to do that routine. Because sometimes, like as a self-employed person, it's hard to stick to get a routine because you have no boss who like tells you to wake up like that early and go to this work, So for me, like having every day a challenge for me, that's like really nice. That's what drives me, I'm really passionate about like improving myself every day with these challenges, what I do, like the little challenges,
That's interesting, Mert, and I didn't even think about that. You kind of have to, have your own routine because no one's going to be there holding your hand, telling you what to do. And if it counts for anything, for these guys to be in the shape that they're in, that requires some type of discipline. It requires some type of routine. So moving right along over to Adriel. What do we have lined up for Adriel?
Yeah, what does your ideal partner look like, Adriel?
Man, I don't have a preference on looks, to be honest, on physical looks. I really don't have a preference. So it's somebody that we have chemistry with. I like the gym. I like sports. I like watching basketball. I like the outdoors. So anything outdoors, anybody that's down to do any sports, watch sports with me, that does it for me. But I don't have any physical preference. I could like blondes. I could like brunettes. It don't matter. So yeah.
So someone that's active.
Active for sure, guaranteed.
Okay.
Hey, Latin Spice, and that brings me. Do you have any physical activities? Do you mind, pulling up your shirt or hiking up your pants and getting out there?
I mean, to a certain extent, but not as much. I'm not gonna lie. I'll go to the beach, I'll go hiking, but you won't catch me being out as much as probably Adriel likes. I'll do Pilates, I'll go bike on my bicycle, I'll go on the jet skis, I'll go on the boat.
Okay, well, at least y'all can meet in the middle.
I have a feeling that Adriel wants to be outside 24/7.
Nah.
We're shaking his head no. He's shaking his head no. I think there's a little bit of flexibility there. All right, moving it over to Esco. What question do you have lined up for contestant number 3?
Okay. What do you consider your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness would be like just to give I can't, it's hard for me to give up on anything, like especially when somebody say like you can't do it or they tell me no, it's not possible. It's hard to give up on that, just the thought of that. So things like just trying to give up on things is just hard for me to do, like for real. So I'm gonna try like give it my 110% all the time.
Yeah, and I like the way he thinks about his questions and then answers it as genuine as possible. And Esco, I don't think you would have been in the Navy for protecting and serving us like you had if you didn't have that heart of yours. Okay, so these are the guys' last questions of the first round. So definitely make these count. So starting off with Mert, what is going to be Mert's final question of the first round, Latin Spice?
Give me 1 second. Now you said, okay.
The answer is yes.
I'm trying to behave. Okay.
All right, so what she's thinking about is she asked me, can any of the questions be sexual? The answer was yes.
Okay, let's go then.
You have to answer the questions though, and don't tell me you don't have
No, don't worry, I'm gonna answer it.
Can I ask the same questions for all 3 people?
All 3 can be the same question. You got it.
Okay. What is your desires, your fetishes, your life.
Okay, I thought you're gonna ask the favorite sex position, but that's better. Okay, so my desires, my fetish, I would say it's definitely. Yeah, I like to be dominant.
Okay, so we have a dominant here.
So you like to
No
be in
surprise.
control.
Yeah, I like to be the boss, the leader of the, the act.
Well, that is definitely. I mean, it's not a shock. It's not a surprise. Hey, chat. By the way, question to all of y'all: what are y'all's fetishes? What are some things that y'all like in the bedrooms where the magic happens? Well, all right. What about you, Adriel? What are some of your fetishes? Some of your kinks? Some of the things that you do or look for in your sexual relationship?
I mean, I like outdoor sex, man. I like a little bit of risk. So something that has a little bit of risk. So I'll go outdoors, somewhere we could be hiding away from people, but you know that there's a risk that you could be seen. So I like that edge of having that risk, and definitely outdoors. I love outdoors.
Bro, you love the outdoors, man.
He likes everything outdoors.
Also, they didn't come by surprise at all. I can definitely relate to that. A couple of the women that I've been hiking with can definitely attest to that. All right, enough about me. All right, moving it right along to the lovely Esco. What about you, man? What are some of your fetishes, some of your kinks? I know you're a dad, but what happens when you close up the Bibles and get a little bit more comfortable?
I'm more the dominant type, but I like to get dominated. Yeah, slap me around a little bit. Sometimes I'm gonna let you slap me around, choke me a little bit. I'm into like the hot wax, you know what I'm saying? Not too much, but a little bit, just a little bit. Too much, like I like to try like the attachment where I put you on attach you to the door and shit like that. So I'm into all that shit.
Okay, definite. That one took me by surprise. So he's also gonna give you.
Okay.
He's also gonna give you the keys to the handcuffs from time to time and let you control what's going on. So that concludes, unfortunately, our first round, but these guys did amazing. Can we just give a round of applause for our lovely contestants?
Yes.
They were great.
Those are my type of questions, but I'm trying to behave.
And a big shout out to Latin Spice. She looks great. She looks wonderful, and she did a good job. And we have a spicy little bachelorette on today's episode. Before we get into what's going to happen, I got to let you guys know what you're tuning into. We got the lovely Latin Spice, the lady in the blue dress today, and she is our bachelorette. We have these three awesome contestants. They just answered a bunch of questions in round number 1, and we're moving into round number 2, but there can only be 2. And so she's going to make an elimination. After that, she's going to make her final pick. Her and that person are going to get to know each other off the platform, and they're going to give us a bit of an update next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and let us know how things have been going. And we got a little bit of an update from last week's couple. We had Queen Red. She chose Lucifer, so we're going to figure out how things have been going for them. Okay, so back into the show. We have Fit Mert, Adriel, and Esco. Rather than picking the person you want to eliminate first, how about we pick the person that you want to keep around and give us a reason why. So without further ado, who is going to be the first person moving into round number 2? Can I get a drum roll, please?
I have voice right now?
Yeah. That's how the show works.
Okay. I'm going to keep... Oh, this is hard. I'm going to keep Adriel.
And why are we keeping around Adriel?
I mean, he's nice to look at, obviously.
No argument there. We got his body in the chat. All right.
No, but I liked a lot of his answers. He seems sincere. He seems like he's very in touch with his emotions. And I like that.
Something tells me, Adriel, that she might like the outdoors more than she leads on to. All right, this is where things get a little bit more tricky.
He did say that he's open to compromising that side of the outdoors. So
fair enough. Okay, now there's where things get a little bit more difficult. There can only be another person moving on to the next round. we got Esco, we got the lovely Fit by Mert. Who is going to be the next person moving into round number 2? Can I get a drum roll, please?
I am going to choose Mert.
Mert, congratulations. You move into round number 2.
Thank you.
Esco, you are great. You're amazing. You're very handsome. But there's something you said that I can't handle.
With the perfume?
Yes, that's just a little bit too
It's all good.
too controlling.
It's all good.
But it's okay, Esco. You're a good-looking guy. You're in phenomenal shape, and
you still.
and we would love to bring you back on the show, and maybe have you as a bachelor, and we'll have some contestants lined up for you.
That by all means, that does not mean that you're a bad person. But
No,
you
it's
knew
all good.
exactly what I was going with it.
Nah, it's okay. I understand. It's all good. It's just a game. It's cool.
Yes.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you
No
so
doubt, bro.
much.
Hey, man. Good luck to all of
Let's go.
y'all.
You got anything going on the app? Any auctions? Any battles? Anything for us to look out for?
Nah, I'm still fairly new to it, man. I'm still kind of learning it a little bit. So this was a good experience, man. I appreciate it, though. Thanks for having me.
But I'm gonna
Make
favor
sure he said he's
definitely
new on
favor
the
you.
app. Make sure to hit him with the favorite, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. Everybody in the chat, I need y'all to go favorite Esco and all of our contestants in our Bachelorette on today's episode. Thank you so much, Esco, for tuning in, and I appreciate you. And then there were 2. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how about we switch things up a little bit? How about we have the guys ask Latin Spice a question? So, starting off with Adriel, what is something you want to know about Latin Spice? Maybe one of her deal breakers, maybe something to get her outside of her comfort zone, maybe one of those sexual questions that she was asking me about. Thank you so much for the gift, by the way. All right, so Adriel, what would be something you want to get to know a little bit more about the lovely Latin Spice?
So let me ask this: in the bedroom, you rather be dominant, or you want to be dominated? Which one?
I'm very submissive in the bedroom. I want a man to take control.
Good. All right.
Well, fair enough. Maybe that might have been one of the reasons she got rid of Mr. Esco.
That was the other reason, but I didn't want to go there. There's no way I can control a man.
All right, guys, and by the way, let's talk about the Rate the Date name tag. We have Reddington over here, but I'm going to give you guys 10 more minutes, and the top gifter, it looks like, who is there? Bossbro is the leader right now, but I'm going to give y'all 10 more minutes to make the official Rate the Date name tag, and then we're going to feature you at the end of the episode, and then you'll actually, so we'll do that. Moving it over to the lovely Fit by Mert. Fit by Mert, what is one question that you would love to get to know a little bit more about our lovely Latin Spice?
What is your biggest regret what you did the last 5 years? One of the biggest regrets. And what did you learn from it?
Oh, okay. I wish I had a little bit more patience.
And what is the reason why?
Because I think in life, if you have more patience, you will understand to take. So I don't have a lot of patience. When I do something in my career or in my love life, if something doesn't work out, I usually just move on, right? Because I like things to be organic. And I don't know if you guys can relate, right? I think if something doesn't work out, I just want to move on. I don't want to make something work. If something just doesn't happen to work out, I'm not going to make you be with me. Let's go our separate ways. But I feel that if I just had patience and just try to see things eye to eye, maybe my relationship would have worked.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that.
Okay, definitely. And I appreciate the transparency, and it lets us get to know you a little bit more. And maybe we'll bring in the 40s with a little bit more patience. And I see why she didn't get into the nursing field. No patience. Hey, now I hate my life. Anyways, let's get back into the show, Latin Spice. We're moving into round number 2. How about we have Adriel be contestant number 1, and we'll have Fit by Mert be contestant number 2. So without further ado, what question do you have lined up for Adriel?
Okay. Are you happy with the person that you are now? Adriel?
I'm a work in progress, so I'm gonna get there. I'm working on it. Yeah.
So you're working.
That's him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a work in progress. He has some things he wants to work on, just like yourself. So at least y'all can share that commonality. All right, moving it right along over to Fit by Mert. What question do you have lined up for contestant number 2?
What is the favorite thing that you like about yourself, Mert?
That's a good question. I think that I'm really fast learning. Like, even like in life, back in the days with school, I didn't learned a lot for the exams, but I still passed them. And I think it's more like genetic, because I didn't do anything for it. So I'm really blessed and happy that I have that, best example, I did a mistake. I learned from it immediately and tried to adapt to it. Back in the days, best example, the COVID situation. I was a personal trainer. COVID came, gyms were shut down. I had no clients. I started to do online coaching. I tried to adapt to the situation. And I'm pretty happy that I did it fast, I did everything fast.
Do you think you have too much structure?
I wouldn't say that. I think I have structure, but I have a lot of free time too. Because I have the structure, I can allow to have free time. You know what I mean?
Because he's so overly structured, he creates space in the middle for him to be able to, be fluid.
Exactly. Every day, at least I have 5 to 6 hours time, valuable time for family or for you in the future. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like it. He found a way to turn a negative situation even better than it wasn't even asked. So that is awesome. On to you. Moving it back over to contestant number 1. What question do you have?
The next woman that you date, does she have to work out like crazy like you do?
No, I actually never dated a girl that goes to the gym. Never. The girls that I dated and I had them as girlfriends, they don't go to the gym. So the gym is not a deal breaker for me. You don't have to go to the gym.
Okay.
Never.
Yeah, I can agree to that too.
Yeah. And I get that question all the time. Say,
but I'm sure they have to be in shape like you. They can't be some.
No, you don't have to be in shape. If I like you, I like you. You don't have to be in shape. Trust me.
Well, fair enough. I think by proxy, you guys, I think he said that there's some type of physical workout that y'all might be doing. Anyways, all right. So moving it back over to contestant number 1. What question do you have lined up for the lovely Mert?
Okay. What's your favorite thing about yourself?
Wait, didn't you ask that? Is that not?
I did. Sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
I didn't ask you that.
Yeah, but you said what?
What's the best thing that you like about yourself?
Oh, I did. Okay, fine. Yeah. Do you want to have kids?
Yeah, I feel not everyone, but I really want to have a higher reason why I do everything, and I feel that's when you have a kid, you are way more motivated. Way more motivated. You're way more I don't know. I'm pretty sure I would have a happier life if I had a kid.
Well, that is awesome, and we appreciate that. You definitely move. He said, he'll have some kids. She already has kids, so that's interesting. My question for you, Latin Spice, are you open to having more kids?
At 39?
Hey, roll the dice sometimes.
Listen, let's make a deal. If you can knock me out, sure.
He said, flood the tank. She said, flood the tank. Release the tadpoles. Let's see what happens. Shake and bake. No risk with no reward.
I do want kids. If I can get pregnant, I will absolutely have another child.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that's a mission worth completing if that's the route that you go. Moving it back over to the lovely Adriel. What question do you have lined up for contestant?
Yourself. Actually, I already asked that question. What is something that people are always surprised to learn about yourself?
When they actually get to know who I really am, you feel me? Because they judge me a lot based on my looks. I get judged based on my muscles because I have tattoos. So when they actually get to sit down and get to know who I really am, that's what surprises them.
And what do they see? What do they actually get to know?
So they get to know, who I really am, how I feel, how I really am. I'm not really what you see on the outside. I'm not a fuck boy.
You're not a
But I have feelings. I have a cancer. I'm a very emotional person, so they get to know my emotional side. So that's it.
Yeah, that is very interesting. And I'm going to speak up. I hope I don't offend anybody with this, but I think this group of men, including myself, on paper, we all have the F-boy look, and but there's something a little bit more. There's a little bit more brains behind the bronze.
I like how you found me fuckboys for me too,
Easy with the language. This is a featured show. So if we could just ease up on the language, but we'll say FB energy, whatever. All right, moving it right along. But before we get into Mert's third question, we got to let the people know what they're watching. This is Rate the Date, the #1 dating show on the platform. We have the beautiful Latin Spice on today's episode, and things are getting a little spicy. We got these two awesome contestants. We got a couple more questions apiece, and then she's going to pick her winner. Her and her winner are going to get to know each other off of the platform for 7 days, and then tune back in next Thursday at 6 p.m. and give us a bit of an insight on how things have been getting, how things have been going, getting to know each other. All right, back into the show. We got a question for Fit by Mert. What question do you have lined up for him?
What do you value in a relationship?
What I value?
Yes.
Oh, 100% the fact that this is always my dream. I don't know if it's too childish, but when I had a hard time in work, I go, having really struggling with work and all this patience and shit. And then I go back home and then I have somebody who's waiting for me, and I feel like that's what I value the most, that you have always somebody that you can talk with. You have always somebody that you can share your goods and the bad things, and I'm a pretty, I like to share my stuff, and being single, sometimes is not the best way to share, personal information or privacy. So that's what I value the most, just sharing your whole life.
I think these guys are getting better with the answers as the show builds. It's crazy, but Mert has a point there. I've been dating myself for the past 31 years, and his handsome self lets me get away with all types of stuff. Sometimes you need a relationship just to kind of provide a little bit of structure. All right, moving it.
Actually, I want to add up something. It's actually like a therapy session, when you have somebody who's listening to you and gives you advice or something, and maybe the person who spends the whole day with you knows you better than yourself, because she can look at you from the outside and she knows, okay, that's your skills and not, and she can make you better. She can make you a better person. And that's what I really
they say in relationship psychology, you want somebody who's going to be a little bit better at something that you're lower at, and vice versa. So that makes complete sense. Moving it back over to Adriel, contestant #1. What do you have lined up for him, Latin Spice?
Do you tend to make decisions based on logic or emotions?
Logic.
Well, he is a man more logic forward. That's no surprise there. Moving it right along over. Hey, but before we get there, Latin Spice, what about you? Logic or emotion?
Oh, logic. 100.
Okay, fair enough. A woman that's logic forward. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, back over.
Make emotional decisions.
That's smart. And it makes complete sense. And no surprise based on your personality. What about Fit by Mert? What is going to be the fourth question for him in the second round?
Okay, I want to ask this question for both of them. Can I?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your purpose in life?
That's hard to say it in English, but I thought about this, I thought a lot, about this. Since, one of my family members died, I was thinking way more, what's the purpose of life? And I came to the conclusion that my purpose of life is to be in the moment, enjoy the best out of it, build your family up, the people surround you, having kids maybe one day, and try to pass your experiences, pass your wealth, pass to just have a wealthy generation who when you die, they're gonna be oh my God, damn, our father was this, that still people gonna talk about you. That's my purpose.
Yeah. your legacy, what you stood for, what you represented, who you took care of, how you loved, how you stood up for the people that you cared about, how you showed respect for the people that needed some help in your life. That's a beautiful answer. If somebody needs to somebody needs to screen record both of these responses by these guys and throw them online. Who am I talking about? We're already doing it. Anyways, moving it back over to the lovely Adriel. Adriel, what is your purpose in life?
Man, I want to say right now my purpose in life is to raise my son. I have a 9-year-old. I try to give my 9-year-old what I don't have, what I never got from my family, from my father. So that's my purpose, is to raise him as to be a respectful young man, respect women, have a great career. So that's my purpose right now, to guide this kid to be the best man that he could be right now. What I never.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He is a father, and he's trying to lead by example and show his son and have him not make some of the mistakes that he made, to live a better life, more prosperous life. What more can you ask for in a parental figure?
Can I have them both?
Unfortunately, this is not the throuple episode. We got time, though, for one more question. How about we bring it over to the chat? We had the chat. They asked a couple of questions. One of these is coming from the lovely Reddington, who is on the official Rate the Date name tag. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't get to the Rate the Date name tag. I was so just involved in the show. This is an incredible episode. Hold on. How about we have Reddington ask it himself? Reddington, you asked one of these questions. You remember which one it was?
Yeah. Let me pull this back up here, because I always think this is a fantastic question that most people just aren't prepared for. So once again, if the question is open, what's one thing you couldn't go without, no matter the cost?
That to you, Fit by Mert. What's one of the things you could not go without, no matter the cost?
Yo, honestly, like, it sounds really childish again, like family, I would say. Like, I have no addictions. Like, I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke. Like, I have literally no addictions. So, I don't mind these stuff. I don't mind the gym as much as I do. Like, obviously, we are personal trainers, but I'm not gonna die, without the gym. So it's not like life necessary. I still can still be in shape with my nutrition. So I would say family, man. Like, that's the, because they're always there for me.
That is beautiful. What about you, Adriel? What's something you couldn't live without, no matter the cost?
It's a very similar answer. I would say not being on my kid's life, but also I can see myself walking away from the gym. I'm very into my physique. I've always been, physical. So I cannot go back to how I used to look and how I look now. So definitely my son comes first, and then my physique. For sure.
Well, definitely, way to stick to your fatherly values, and we appreciate your fatherly ways. Reddington, I think they answered that perfectly. Reddington, we'll be hearing from you a little bit more.
Or you need to dodge out? What do you need me to do, sir?
Reddington, tune back in and tell us about your show tomorrow, which I'm going to be featured on. So give us a second here, and we'll have you right back in the box. Big shout out to Reddington, who was the official winner, the number one gifter on our last episode. What's your question, Miss Latin Spice?
Oh, no. I said that was a good question.
That was a good question. Do you think we have another time for one more question? Oh, I think we do. Okay, so this question goes out to both of the guys. What separates you from the other candidates? Starting off with Fit by Mert.
What separates me? Like, I can't judge Adriel. I don't know what he's been through and all this stuff. Like, he looks like a really good looking, mature man. But I think the only thing, the thing what I would say difference me with him is I don't know if he went through so much shit like me and still never gave up, but that's what I would say. But as I said, I don't know what he been through. So, big shout out to you, Adriel, man. You're looking good, you're mature. So
Same.
I don't know.
Same.
And what about you, Adriel? What separates you from the competition?
I'm in the same boat, man. The only thing I would say that separates me from him is he's a trainer like me. He's into the gym. I want to say that part that separates me from him, no disrespect, is that I'm Latin. I'm Latino. I'm from the Caribbean, so I have the sauce.
Yeah.
The little spice, yeah, pun intended.
Latin sauce.
Okay, well, fair enough. And way to be general.
I actually,
and way to be general.
One of my favorite soccer teams from Germany is Bayern Munich, so I'm a Germany fan. So
Yeah, so we have that in common too.
yeah, man.
Yeah, you have both in common. And way to find a way to connect, even with an answer that, creates a little bit of separation. Way to be genuinely. And that concludes our final question of the first round. Again, you guys did great, and way to be examples and lead by examples of the type of gentleman to be on the platform. Can we get a round of applause to both of our lovely contestants and our beautiful bachelorette and all of you people that are in my chat? All right, guys, who do you think they should pick? Should it be Fit by Mert? Should it be Adriel? She's looking, she's tuning in. All right, so we got Fit by Mert. He is German. He is a personal trainer. He he has a very supportive family that he cares so much about, and he wants to work on building that family and connecting with somebody. These are values that are very important. He's very logical forward. He's a very quick thinker, and that thinking has powered him into his future with his career and been able to make a lot of decisions very easy in his life. You got Adriel. People might judge him based on his physical appearance, but he has a very emotionally intuitive side to him. He likes taking these long walks and experiencing the physical side of things, maybe taking a stroll in the park, and depending on how well y'all's relationship in, maybe getting a little bit spicy outside if y'all were able to tune into that. Okay, so you can't have them both. I know you asked. This is not the throuple episode, Latin Spice, unfortunately. There can only be one. Can we get a drum roll, please, in the chat? Can we get a drum roll, please, in the chat? Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Drum roll, please. Latin Spice, who is going to be today's winner on Rate the Date?
This is hard. They're both amazing. I mean, this is very difficult for me to choose because, this is just hard. I've never been in this situation. Both of them are great in their own. It's so hard. I've never been speechless like this.
Okay, it's okay. Take your time. Take a breath.
Okay, so I want to say that both of you guys are incredible. Both of you guys are my friend. Before I even decide, everyone that's here, please favor these two amazing guys. You guys, they both stream. They both have amazing streams. Both obviously favor Dorian as well. But today I'm going to choose Adriel.
Adriel, congratulations. You are today's winner. But Fit by Mert, your answers were amazing, and we would love to bring you back on the show, maybe as a bachelor, and we'll give you some tips.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
That would be great. Fit by Mert, you got anything going on the streaming platform? Any auctions, any battles, any cool shows, maybe anything?
No, I'm like just, streaming when when I like to stream. Like, I used to like really grind every day, but now I have like, I just do like whenever I want basically, but it's like at least like 4 to 5 times a week. So just come to my stream if you guys want. If you need any personal training advice, like you can ask me, in the bells, in the stream, you can ask me whatever you guys want, and I can try to help you guys,
Well, that is awesome, Fit by Mert. It was a pleasure having you today, and I loved all your answers. And then there were 2. Congratulations, Adriel. You are today's winner. What I want you to do is I'm going to connect you guys. I think y'all both have Instagram, and then I am going to create a group chat for y'all, and then I'm going to skedaddle and let y'all handle the rest. All I ask is that y'all tune in next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time and give us a little bit of update on how things have been going. Is that fair? Is that okay?
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Latin Spice, we got your birthday tomorrow, and you're going to be celebrating your birthday bash on Saturday. Is that correct?
Yes, I am. Saturday.
And something tells me we're going to see this group over there on Saturday, having the time of our life. maybe closing up the Bibles, having a couple of drinks, and cutting loose a little bit.
Yes, thank you.
Well, happy early birthday to you, Latin Spice, and congratulations, Adriel. Do you have anything going on the platform?
No, man, I think I have a tattoo auction on Saturday, I believe. That's going to be at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. Her name is Kawhi.
So
that's about it.
yeah, so we can have some a tattoo streaming over there with Adriel, and then we can finish off with Latin Spice's birthday bash. Sounds like a good Saturday to me. All right, guys, y'all get out of here. Time to get to know each other. We appreciate y'all. Okay. Can I give a big, I need a different round of applause for my lovely audience. I've actually enjoyed this episode, and I've been tuning into all the comments. I wanted to laugh and smile, but round of applause to you guys. All right, so we on our last episode, we had the beautiful Red Queen, and she chose the lovely Lucifer. So we got to get an update from them. So let's see if one of them, I don't think either one of them are going to be joining today. They let me both know that they're getting to know each other still. They don't know how things are going, but they're going to tune in next week and let us know specifically. They've been battling nonstop, but they said they want to spend some more time getting to know each other on the personal level. Okay, so we have a couple of shout outs to some shows, but before we get into that, we're going to let some people in the box, and we're going to shout out a couple of things. We had Reddington, see right here, he was our top gifter on our last episode. Lucifer that we just talked about, he was the guy he's going to be getting to know the lovely Queen Red. We had Emily Marie the Brat, who I think is still here at the number 3 spot. We had Jay at the number 4 spot, and of course we had the beautiful and lovely Bachelorette on today's episode, holding it down at that number 5 spot. Again, can we get a round of applause for our lovely top gifters? And the top gifter for this episode is going to be featured on the official Rate the Date name tag. We got Reddington on there now, but you're going to be seeing that sooner or later on the Instagram. It's going to be posted. If y'all haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I got to give a couple of other shout outs on some things that we have going on the platform. Excuse me if I'm speaking Gonzalez with the verbiage right now. We have Suited Up with Chris Casper. That's every Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time. He's our Jay Leno of the platform, so make sure to tune into him. We have somebody, I don't know if they're in the chat. We have When I Grow Up auction with Oxford Gal, and that's going to be on September 16th, which is crazy enough. What, this weekend? I don't know. Is it this weekend? And that's going to be at 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. You're going to be able to tune into Mr. Dorian Gray on that auction. We also have Coco Sweets. She's hosting a Michael Jackson impression auction, and that's going to be at 8:50 p.m. Eastern time. And that's going to be the 21st of October. So don't miss that. And then we got something else we want to plug. Quotes of the Day with Reddington. That's going to be September 15th, which is tomorrow, Friday, at 7 p.m. Eastern time, where you can catch your boy. Reddington, tell us a little bit about that show, what it's all about, what you got going on the platform. And thank you guys. I appreciate it.
As you made mention about Mr. Casper, he's the director of all the featured shows, and I got to talking to him, privately in a Google call, and that's how it works. And we came together into an idea, and he's like, I like this, and it's quotes of Reddington. So what it is, we got a team, and you join the box. I'm gonna introduce myself, of course, and then someone's gonna buzz the box. We've got a schedule and everything. You're going to introduce yourself. And then you're going to give us a beautiful quote, whether it's a movie line, a song line, your own inspired line. And we got a couple of them that, you can put out a couple. You get a 10-minute slot. So we got to keep it moving just like Dorian did here. And then we're going to let the audience potentially pick out the winner. And then, of course, you're going to get some sort of, banner and all that good jazz. And we'll put together a nice little featured show tomorrow. We're aiming for one. He already has his. Now we're trying to get mine. So there it is. If you got questions.
Something tells me that it's all going to work out for you. Again, I appreciate you having you, Reddington. I need to give another round of applause to the lovely chat. They were rocking and rolling. They were moving tonight. They were making things happen. So big shout out to all of you guys, all of our lovely gifters. We have Boss Bro that looks like he's going to make the official top gifter. We have Latin Spice at that number 2 spot.
And I'm in a show with him tomorrow. I'm in a show with him.
Over there making it for a second week in a row. Big shout out to Ellie Marie the Brat. Maria, what are you doing in here? Well, what did you think of today's show?
It was fun. I liked Fit by Merch because he was just like smart and sexy, and then he worked out. He had a nice body, but his age kind of scared me. But you know, it's okay.
Or are you pretty? Are you saying that?
Show.
Are you saying that you're the consolation prize?
Yeah, like he can go ahead and slide in my DM. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate you guys. It looks like we have a couple more minutes here. I'm just gonna give a shout out to everybody. We got Boss Bro. Thank you for holding it down. I appreciate you. Beetlejuice, what up? Reddington, how's it going? Nice having you here. And you guys are gonna be able to see us tomorrow on Reddington Show. Or you're gonna hear a couple of quotes. Ellie Marie the Brat, appreciate you. Make sure to tune in next week at Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. You'll be able to see me here, same spot, same time, same day, and we're gonna get an update from the lovely Latin Spice, and you're guys are gonna be able to see her on her birthday stream on Saturday. Yeah, thank you so much. What is that, sisterhood? Cheers to y'all. We got the official Rate the Date after show where we'll be talking about things. You guys maybe be able to catch me there at 10 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Central time, Central Pacific, my time. And yeah, we're gonna have a good old time on the stream. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Yeah, maybe a couple of cervezas, maybe a couple of drinks. We'll close up the Bibles and keep it a little bit PG-13. Just call me Lola. Oh, Lola, yeah, Lola is big.
Could I plug one more thing there real quick? Is that
Oxford
all right?
Girl, hold on. Oxford Girl, jump in the chat and shout out what you got going. You have When I Grow Up. No, what is it called? Hold on, I got it here. When I Grow Up. Yeah, When I Grow Up auction. Tell us about your auction. Request a box and let us know. All right, request a box. Better late than never, as they say. Let me see if we can get her in here. Boom. All right, so Oxford, tell us about your stream. I'm going to be featured there at 6 p.m. Eastern time on September 16th. Is that this Saturday?
That is this Saturday. I'm so sorry for being late. I am in my own stream too. We lost track of the time, but I appreciate you for being part of the auction this Saturday. Reddington, Maria, nice to see you again.
Hey, she's a talented singer too. Don't forget.
Well, this weekend is the When I Grow Up auction. It is my first ever auction that I'm hosting, but I am so excited about it. The reason why it's the When I Grow Up auction, I'm Oxford gal. I'm from Oxford in every capacity, but it's all about ambition and what you wanted to be when you were a kid. Now, we could take this in any capacity, whatever. I know people are dressing up as whatever they really wanted to be. So the main objective of the night is to have fun. There are so many different streamers and our costumes and how we really interpret the theme. It could be in every different way. And it's about just getting to know each other, having a good night and showing our support for each other. And it is on this Saturday at 5 p.m. EST onwards, and which is 10 p.m. in the UK for anyone who's there. And I'm super, super excited. And I don't know what you're dressing up as, Dorian. So that is...
Who knows? Y'all got to definitely tune in to the show on Saturday. I'm featured there at 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. Maybe I'll give you a little preview on the Instagram, so make sure to follow me on Instagram to get all the latest buzz and news. And thank you so much, guys, for being in the box and keeping me a little bit of company and letting the people know what to tune in for. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. This is Rate the Date, the #1 dating show on the platform. I'm your lovely host, Dorian Gray. It's been an amazing episode. Thank you guys so much. And I can't, like I said, I can't do it without the support of my lovely chat and the people that tune in. It has been an amazing episode. Check me on the after party. That's going to start at 10 p.m. Eastern time. This has been episode number 6, moving on to episode number 7. We're super excited. Au revoir. Until next time. Ciao, Bella.